Good evening, Barbados. Welcome to Conversations, episode 1 for the next 2 weeks. I am your host, Stefie, and you're going to be hearing about Barbados' most premier gospel. Yes, but this year, you get an extra special insight into the artists, into the people, into the food, into the man behind the scenes himself. So if you are watching, call a friend, tell a friend. It's all about community in 2026. So get comfortable, get on your Barbados Gospelfest 2026. We're back at Gospelfest Conversations, and I'm here with the man himself. And if you don't know this face, you need to get accustomed to this face. This is Mr. Adrian Agard. This is the man with the plan, man of all the hats and all the titles. But this is not just the face, this is the vision behind Gospelfest. And that's the first question. Good night, Mr. Agard.
Hello.
That's the first question I'm going to ask you tonight. I know Gospelfest was around for 33 years.
This is the 30th.
This is the 33rd year. That's longer than some of us have had a job or been in a relationship. But what was the vision? What got you started in the first place?
Well, I just got invited to be a part of the festival back in 1993 when it started. The visionary behind the festival itself was the then Minister of Tourism, Wes Hall, now so Wes Hall.
Okay.
At that time, there was a lot of debate in Barbados about casino gambling, and he came up with this concept of what he called wholesome tourism and thought that he would start off with promoting a festival on the Barbados Tourist Board called the Barbados Gospelfest. 1993, 1994,
Wow.
that it was. And that's how I got involved. I used to be involved in producing of music, and I also have been involved in Christian radio, at least producing a Christian radio program at the time. So I guess the persons at the BTA felt I was one of the people that should sit on a committee planning.
All
And that's
right.
how I got involved initially.
Good. So we are happy to see that Gospelfest has been able to maintain from year to year to year. What is the impact that you've seen over the years that this festival has had on Barbados?
Well, there's been a lot of things. So looking back through the years, I think of the transition from, I remember the very first evening at the Garfield Sobers Gymnasium. I said to Hugh Riley, who was then working with the Barbados Tourist Board, I said, but Hugh, this is a North American television show recorded in Barbados. And he said, yes. I had a little challenge with that. I felt that we needed a Barbados Gospelfest. It needed to reflect Barbados, the experience of Barbados in terms of the Christian and music, the relationship, the cultural expressions in Barbados around Christian music, as well as the region, and really on the development of the arts in the region also.
Right.
So I set out from then. We know that the next year we had people like Peter Regis, South Dad, Nicole Ballas Singh. I never forget that night. No, what was happening actually is that people would sit Barbadians are very, very quiet, you know,
Oh,
and especially
really?
North American music that they were not, all of them were not accustomed to.
Okay.
People sat and they clapped politely. So backstage now, we had the intermission, and Nicole Balosing came on after the
Uh-huh.
so I think Bobby Jones said, to try to figure out what was going on. People start peeping between the curtains because all of a sudden this room that he couldn't get to clap
Everyone was taken to
energized
life.
because she was one of the forerunners in terms of putting calypso
Yes, out there.
to gospel music.
Nice.
And since then, what we've been doing is trying to transition. So we developed programs like Expressions of Gospel, one that I hope you'll be able to bring back sometime. You'll see a lot of it in this year's festival where we had dance, mime, drama on the stage at the Frank Kellum Hall, and all of it is Barbadian artists.
Nice.
One of the things that people don't know, one of the things we've tried to do for years, getting people here. And now, remember the concept. We thought we needed to bring artists from North America here so we can attract people. The largest number of persons who have been here to Barbados for the festival came as a result of that program at the Frank Kellum Hall called Expressions of Gospel. I saw a guy there tonight. I didn't know who this guy was. Turned out to be a man from the UK who just came to see what the festival was about. He was so impressed with what he saw at Expressions of Gospel. Remember, this is a total local production. He went back to London. Next year, he was here with almost 100 people here in his from Cults and Travel. That's a fact. And what motivated him? He said, never seen that collection of talent on a stage, the variety of it. And sometimes we doubt ourselves.
Yes.
And I think the Lord is bringing us back to that reality in this year, 2026, of us being to really focus on our people, develop our people, the salvation to our people and touching our people in this nation is going to come from Barbadian Christians or artists and other believers getting up and touching people around it.
And I think it's so important now. We see what's going on in Barbados. Every time you open your phone, someone else, has been involved in something, and someone else has been involved in something. So I think
there's a lot of people dying. I saw the tally from the last couple of 200 and something people shot dead within the last few years in Barbados. Since 2018 or something.
Yeah.
So it's a serious thing.
Yeah.
And so how do we respond as believers?
Right.
What do we do? Do we just sit and fold our hands? Do we just stay at home and pray? Or do we go to our place of worship and pray? What God wants us to do is to begin to touch people. So who are you? Who are you? You're salt. You're the salt of the earth, the light of the world.
I was waiting to get to that because I saw you with your t-shirt with the salt and the light. And I was going to ask you, what's the theme for Gospelfest this year? Because I love black. So I'm looking at your shirts like, when can I get my shirt? So tell me a little bit more about the salt and the light for this year.
The initiative that we are taking. The festival really this year reminds believers, remind Christian people in Barbados, wherever you are, you live in a community, you work someplace, you go to school with other persons. We are asking believers and encouraging them, the festival, right across the festival, but everything we do, pray for somebody, pray for a couple of people, invite the people, invite those persons to the festival, bring with them, walk with two. So it's like the thing goes, pray for two.
Each one bring one.
Bring two, walk with two. And the thing about that, when you connect with people in your community, you go back to that community, or your workplace, you go back to that workplace, or your school, you go back to that school. And therefore you are interacting with those people. You've just brought them into a space to experience something they've probably never experienced before. They may look at church, and very often people look on at church and wonder what's going on in there. Because we do what we do in church, it does not necessarily affect what's happening outside. You can do, I always tell people this, you can do whatever you like within the four walls of your church. The person outside, they, especially in this Barbados today, they can give two hoots what you're doing. You walk around and see it. They don't care what you're doing in there. So what we need to do is to get up and get to the neighbor. I'm not sending you down. And we tend to do this with our evangelism teams, because we now have, we're specialists. We have now the worship team. We have the multimedia team. And so the multimedia team out there evangelizing, and the worship team not evangelizing. So what God is showing us, each one of us, every single believer ought to be you, who your soul, your light. So wherever you are, you need to be connecting with people to tell them about Jesus. And it really is not about Barbados Gospel Festival. This is about Barbados, and it's about us as believers getting up and connecting with people. And that's where the transformation is going to come. Jesus said, if I be lifted up, I will draw all men unto me.
And what I'm particularly happy to see is the young people more and more involved in the festival. This year we have a youth orchestra, and I keep talking about that all the time. I'm so excited to get to the youth orchestra event. And we also have workshops for the artists, for young artists as well. So with a lot of crime and so that's been concerned in our country of late, and we have a lot of young men that are involved. So as you say, as we go into the community, we want people to know that your regular everyday activities are a part of Gospelfest as well. Come on down, see what we have to offer. There's visual arts this year, and we'll get more into that. But it's just amazing to see over 33 years that the vision has developed and it's come all this way.
Yeah, well, when you hit on the youth, it's important that we understand what is going on with our young people. And our communication lead developed a concept a few years ago called Gifted, and we started to see that unfold in a lot of the young people that we were seeing in the festival.
And you know what? I'm not even going to let you say anything more to the people. I want them to keep watching. I want them to keep listening. I can't give them all the information in episode 1. So we're going to take a break right here. And when I come back, I'm going to have one of those very young people that I was speaking of coming up right here on Gospelfest Conversations. And we're back with Barbados Gospelfest 2026 and Gospelfest Conversations. This is our very first live stream episode. And I'm so happy tonight to have with me Faith. And Faith is from Praise Academy of Dance. Faith is such a wonderful, amazing dancer. I saw her perform just the other day at the Gospelfest media launch, and I had to take all the pictures. You know, I'm a social media girl. So Faith is very skilled in all different dance types: modern, ballet, jazz, I think African as well.
Yes.
A little bit of African as well. So Faith, tell me about dancing. Why did you decide to make this your ministry or your thing, as they say?
Well, I grew up dancing. My mom is a dancer.
Okay.
I went to the Rock Christian School.
Okay.
So there, I was also doing dance. I went straight up through all school doing dance. So honestly, I've been
Doing this your entire life.
fully exposed
Okay.
to dance.
So is it difficult? I know dance is not just your thing, it's your ministry. Is it difficult as a young person to have a ministry such as this? Because I know I've seen you training and, doing all this rehearsal. It's hours and hours and hours of work.
Yes.
And I know it takes a toll on your body as well. So is it something that is hard to be disciplined in?
I'd say yes, especially motivation wise, because dance takes a serious toll on your body, as you said. Injuries, and then, like I said, motivation. So say for instance, you have this injury, like a back injury, and you have to push through that pain. It's like, do I really want to? But hey, you're training your body, and you're growing your craft so that you go on the stage and you perform, you can give it your best.
Yes.
So, yes, it can be hard, but
because you love it.
Yeah, we love it.
You love it.
We do it.
Well, what would you say to other young people who are trying to find their way? Because they're not just trying to find their way in terms of, well, what's my career going to be? But maybe like you, they love dance, but they don't have, as you said, motivation isn't there. They don't have friends to encourage them. What would you tell them?
God gave you this gift. To me, dance is a language. Yeah. So you speak through dance where you don't have the words to. So you have to get that out there. You have to put that in front of people. It's ministry. So even if you don't feel that you're that good at dance, it's a gift. And you have to use it to bring glory to God.
And sometimes you have to ignore the outside people. So I've heard you've been to New York and tell me some of the countries you've been with your dancing.
I've been to New York, Trinidad, Jamaica, Cuba, and Venezuela.
Oh, wow. You've been doing some miles. So how do people in those countries respond to the dance ministry?
I think they respond very well. Dance is universal. It's universal language. So I think the movement itself is just alluring and captivating. So once you start, people are going to stop and watch.
Yes, I've seen that happen with you. I've seen you perform and everybody's just like, let me put the phone down for 1 minute and see what's going on here. You're just so beautiful on stage, you just glow and flow. So you will be performing at Barbados Gospelfest this year. Are you doing what, 1 piece, 2 pieces? What are you doing?
I am doing 2 pieces.
Okay.
1 piece at Laughter and Jazz and 1 at One Awesome Day.
Okay, so you'll be at Laughter and Jazz. So for those of you who don't know all the events, Laughter and Jazz is going to be at Stefie on the Bay, and I'm very interested to see that one. And then, of course, we all know One Awesome Day. I mean, come on, you can't be living in Barbados if you haven't heard about One Awesome Day. So we are talking a lot about young people in this year's Gospelfest. How would you encourage, especially a non-Christian young person that might think, what's this foolish Gospelfest thing that them doing, every year? What would you say to them? Would you encourage them to come out and see what's going on?
I would come out. You never know what can happen. One song, one conversation can touch you. It's honestly a blessing to be surrounded by so much people full of love. So I'd say come, you would enjoy it.
Come on out. Yeah, that's definitely one of the things we found at Gospelfest is we feel the love. Every person that we've connected with, we feel like they've just become our family, and we just, So if you're at home and maybe you're feeling down, maybe you're feeling uncertain, maybe you don't know what path you want to go, you can come and see young people like Faith that are beautiful examples of what you can do for your country and for yourself as well. So in terms of your dance ministry, what impact or what legacy do you feel, let's say in another 10 years, you can look back and say, dance ministry helped make this possible in Barbados? What do you think?
That's a big question. I want to be known as someone who is obedient to God. So not every opportunity is an opportunity for you, an opportunity they're put there by God. So I want to be obedient in my dance and where I am placed to dance, and I'm loving this year. Yes, I've been put in a lot of Christian spaces, especially this year, that I've been exposed to. I think that is, I'm blossoming. I'm really blossoming.
She looks like she's blossoming. She just looks glowy and glossy. And you know, if this is what Gospel Fest is going to do for us, we're going to come this year, we're going to come next year, we're going to come for another 33 years to come, because we want to feel this love and this blossoming that's been going on. So Faith, I thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you. I definitely will be at Laughter and Jazz to interview you again. I want to show you in your beautiful costume up on the stage doing your thing.
To that.
So we are going to be right back. We are going to be interviewing another wonderful artist, a female artist and a strong woman of God. So stay tuned. If you have not brought your friend, go get them. Go get your friend, get your snacks, get your drinks. We still have some more to come, and sit on your couch and join us here for Gospelfest Conversation. And we're back with Gospelfest Conversations. And if you don't know, Gospelfest starts on Sunday, May the 24th, and it runs to Sunday, May the 31st. That's a week packed with events just for everyone. So we have a little bit of something for everyone, for the jazz lovers, for the comedy lovers, for the music lovers, for the dance lovers, and for me, the food lovers. I can't wait to get to that. But right now, we are here with Sammi Jane. And this is a beautiful face that I've known for very many years. For a long time. And I've always known Sammi Jane. Jane has a beautiful voice. I'll never forget the first time I heard her, I was sitting there like, oh Lord, how you give some people such a wonderful talent, and I could barely carry a note in a bucket. But you're welcome. So Sammi Jane is a wearer of many hats as well. Sammi Jane is a wife, a teacher, a fitness enthusiast, a worship leader. So we're going to take a little time to deconstruct all of these titles, because you must have a very busy life, and there is a lot of balance that needs to be had. So who is Sammi Jane?
You just started.
Apart from all of those things.
You know, worship leader, wife, mother now.
Oh, very congratulations.
Yes. School teacher.
A busy person. So who are you in terms of entertainment?
Well, Sammi Jane.
So what's your genre? What genre?
I love to sing. Obviously, you do worship leading, so you do the traditional gospel.
Okay.
But my favorite thing is definitely music, the Caribbean.
Okay, Caribbean music.
So, calypso,
soca,
reggae. Let's go back to the calypso.
Take it on back.
We all know Sammi was first discovered in the Experience tent.
Okay.
A few years ago. And that was a lovely time. I stumbled into the Experience tent.
I was there.
Yes. Dave Beats, actually, he saw me singing somewhere, I can't even remember where. And he said, you must come into the experience thing. I was so naive. From the time I heard 10, I was like, I can't fly. I was that naive. And Dave, he's so sweet. He said, no, it's a gospel thing. And I was
You're like,
so oblivious.
there's such a thing.
That's what I was wondering. It's like, and then I said, okay. And then I went along. And I just went along. I didn't really understand anything that was going on, you know. And I remember I would be in practice and I wouldn't be taking it very seriously. And Dave would be pulling me aside and saying, Sammi, you have to take this thing seriously. You have to learn these words. And I learned the words. And it was the opening night. And I sang my first song. It was the song that I self-composed.
Wonderful.
And I just remember the next week it was in the papers, and I was like, why? I don't understand. I just sang.
You didn't understand the
No.
power that you had in that.
No,
in that.
this is this for me.
Mhm.
It's just singing. It's just like I sing at church.
Right.
You just go on stage and sing.
Mhm.
That's what I do.
So when did it become from just singing on stage to actual ministry?
Well, from the time I hit the final stage.
Mhm.
So I went, in those days, you went to semifinals and then finals. So when I reached finals, where that's when I actually started to understand the whole crop over calypso thing. It was like, oh my gosh, this is much more than I think it is. And I remember having a conversation with my mom, because in those days there were a lot of backlash and you know, people were calling the phone and telling her all sorts of things. How could she let her daughter do this and the next and third? And I remember a conversation with her. She said to me, what do you want to do? And I said, you know what? This is my ministry. At first, I just said this is my ministry because, you know, that's
kind of what
word.
people
That's
expect
what
you to
people
say.
say, you know,
Right.
it is your ministry. But then the conversation she had with me, and then my other joined, and the way they spoke to me is like, whoa, this is a ministry. So when you go out there, you are definitely declaring the word of God, and God is using you. This is how, just like how my sister, she uses her, that I can't dance. I wish. I try.
We're gonna get 50 to teach some
I'm
classes.
telling you, she has to teach me. But I realized God gives you a gift. You have to use it. And it was then that it cemented in me, Sammi, this is what you were born to do.
Wow.
Yes.
That's beautiful. And that's something that, you know, a lot of people struggle with, because as you said, back in that time, there was a lot of backlash associated with certain music in the gospel. And a lot of people still are trying to find their way. There are things they want to do, but they're worried about what people will say. What would you say to someone right now who's having that challenge?
I would say, if you have the conviction and you know without a shadow of a doubt that this is what God has placed within you, don't just get up on a whim and do things. But if you know, and if you, first of all, go into prayer, seek God, don't just get up and
do it really.
No. Know with a shadow of a doubt that God has called you to do it, and step forth. You will find that you will have people. God brings resources and they help you along. And I believe that if you do it, and you do it with all of your heart, you would go where God wants you to go.
That's nice. That's beautiful. Yeah. So what's it like balancing a day in life? A mother, a teacher, and then you gotta go to the gym, and then you have to go to the studio. Is it difficult?
Well, I'm now getting back into the gym. I'm now traveling back. I used to exercise all the time, but you see, being a wife and a mother boy, that takes away some of the time, because you can't concentrate on yourself anymore. You have to concentrate and help these individuals, daily.
These individuals.
Yes, these individuals that God has placed in your life. You can't just leave them aside. Oh, I'm going to the gym now. So you have to take time to balance it. I like to run everything.
Okay.
So I usually have like a book and I say, okay, and I schedule things in and I would say, okay, this is my time.
Because you need that.
Because you need that. And that's how I slot things in. And sometimes you can get very confused, to tell the truth. You can. It can be overwhelming, but you just take it one step at a time.
One step at a time. So in terms of the music industry here in Barbados, because Gospelfest was around for 33 years, that's a long time. Do you think there's been a lot of change? Again, when you first started out, people always had this to say or that to say. Have we come a way in rectifying that in the last 33 years, or is it still kind of the same?
I wouldn't say it's the same. I would say that we've made some progress, but of course, it takes time, to get where we want to go. I would say, and I love what Adrian has done, where he is concentrating so much on local, because it gives people a chance, like myself, to showcase our talent. And people in North America, they actually would love to see what's coming from the Caribbean, because they try to imitate reggae and anyhow, they try to imitate reggae and soca. It doesn't always work. But when they look on and they see gospel artists actually doing it,
it's a different kind of
vibe, And I believe in to come that we would see, even on BET, on those big stages, we would see a lot of Caribbean people.
So in your, course of over the years now singing and performing, have you met like a lot of people who are having a difficult time being able to be in Barbados? Because I know I always hear a lot, you can never get nothing done in Barbados, you gotta go overseas. Is that a myth, or?
I would say with Gospelfest, I would say it has helped a lot of people, especially in this gospel arena. And we could see with different artists, I don't know if I could call their names, but with different artists, we could see that. And I believe that Gospelfest had a big
influence
in that. We see, just the other day, Jude went to, Jude Clark, cousin, so I could call him. He went to Guyana to perform.
Nice.
I believe that had to do
with the start here.
With the start here. We know Nisha. Come on, she goes all over the place. I don't think I'm speaking out of turn.
No.
I don't know her that well, but I don't think I'm speaking out of turn saying that it started at Gospelfest. I believe so.
At least you have the ability to say you saw them at Gospelfest.
I saw them first
before you saw them anywhere else.
Yes.
So, and we do have an artist workshop that's coming up as well. And I am encouraging, Sammi Jane has been. So we're encouraging anyone else who, even if you don't know where you want to start. So you wake up tomorrow and you say, you know what, I want to sing, but I have no idea how to even buy a mic. Where do I get a mic from? Who do I go to? Like, what do I do? How do I write? The artist workshop that Signia is Globe Finance is hosting. That's an excellent workshop, and you'll hear more about that as we
it's
go
very
on.
good.
Sammi Jane, you talked about people going to Guyana and other countries. Have you been to other countries performing?
Of course.
Where did you go?
I have been so fortunate. I've been to Guyana. I've been to St. Lucia, Grenada, the UK, America. I've been to some places.
Oh, you guys need to pack me in the suitcase. You and Faith.
Yes, and it's always an experience to go to different, places, because a lot of the times they don't know who you are, but by the time you finish,
and they know about Barbados,
of course, then they hear the Bajan accent,
Put Barbados on the map. Yes. So you have a new song coming out.
I have a new song coming
out. So do I mum's the word, or?
Oh no, you could talk about it.
No, you could talk about it.
Actually, my new song is called Awesome Day.
Oh, so that's tying in with
Gospelfest, but it wasn't meant to tie in.
Oh,
but
God
it's a good thing. God did it. Yes. And it's from a personal testimony.
Mhm.
I was going through some stuff in my life, and I went to God. And I'm not going to pretend to you that I went to God with, oh God, you're so wonderful. And you're an awesome God. No, I went to him broken and angry because there was something I wanted, and I'm like, God, I desire this thing I want so badly. And it seems that you're just ignoring me. I would pray like it touched the ceiling and come back down on my head. And I would fast. You know the usual, we pray, we fast, we seek the Lord, we cry. Oh gosh, if you could ring my pillow. And he stayed there paying me the money for a good few years. I'm not getting
For a few years.
years.
A few years.
Not weeks, not months, years.
Wow, okay.
But I can stand as a testimony and would say, like the cliche, he may not come when you want him, but he's always on time. And I can say that he came right on time.
Wow.
Not when I was crying and begging and pleading. I really didn't need to get what I got then.
Now
and
that,
I only
looking back at it,
understand why God didn't give me then. But when he placed this spectacular thing in my life, and it was an awesome day. I cried, I skate, I shouted. I didn't know what to do, honestly.
You went through all the emotions.
And it was a period in my life when I should have been really sad because my mom had just died.
Oh dear.
So I was so sad. My mom died Valentine's Day. Oh. Right? So the whole family was
yes.
And I was a wreck.
Yeah, I could imagine because you and your mom
I'm
had
telling
a very close relationship.
When you remember she used to be
remember.
Every experience.
Yeah. Mom was just a wonderful, wonderful lady.
Yes. Oh, yes. My mom went to every event.
That was like your biggest fan.
I'm telling you. And she would be standing out and waving. All right. So when she died, I was just like, oh gosh,
wow.
what's the point? She died the Friday. The Wednesday, the next Wednesday, I got a call and my gift came. I didn't know what to do with the phone. I remember my husband was lying down and I said, you won't believe what just happened. And I told him, and he's looking at me and looking at him because we're like, what just happened?
What happened?
And I said, you know what just happened, right? Mommy went to heaven and she told God, all right,
get this together.
I'm telling you, you weren't paying her any money, so now is the time. And God said, just like that. I mean, just like that.
So even God had to listen to mommy.
Even God had to. Like when I was 5. Because I started to sing when I was 5.
Oh, wow. So you've gone back way back. You're like Faith. You were practically taking baby steps into the music. I know there are people who are watching tonight that when you're talking about your struggles and when you said to me you waited for this thing for years, you know, I know sometimes it can be difficult. I assume it's difficult to walk into your purpose with all the little side backs and set tracks and making me tie up my tongue. What's the encouragement that you would give to someone who is feeling like you felt like God isn't answering? He's not noticing. He's not showing me the next step.
You still pushed through. There was a time when I told God, and I remember I did it in church, and I lifted up my eyes and I said to God, even though you slay me, yet will I trust you. And I was crying. People thought I was slain under the Holy Spirit. They don't know I was just crying and telling God, you're killing me. It feels like you're just squeezing me. But the more you squeeze is the more I'm going to praise, the more I'm going to sing, the more I'm going to shout, the more I'm going to sing every song. There was a point in time when my pastor, he said to me, you're going to lead worship every Sunday morning.
He said, who, me?
Well, I I said me and other things too. But I was like, every Sunday morning. Of course, I ignored him. The few more. And he came back and he said, you didn't hear what I said? You have to lead worship every Sunday morning. And unwillingly, I did it. And I did it. And I did it. I was not pleased at first. I kept doing it. And I was wrestling during that time because I was like, God, you're not paying me any money and I still have to lead worship. You know, so at first you're leading just in self. But then I'm like, no, God, there has to be some reason that you want me to do this. And spiritually, I got a breakthrough. Spiritually, I became more mature in the faith. My voice got better. And everything about God became even more. That's why I could turn and say, even though you slay me, even though it feels like all hope is gone, I'm still gonna praise you. I'm still gonna push through. Wow. So that's my encouragement for anybody today. It may be hard, but still push through. And God sees it. He sees that you don't give up. Because we all want to give up at some time. I'm sure in the 33 years that Gospelfest was going on, I'm sure Adrian was like in year 10.
Ready to throw in the towel.
But he didn't stop. Ron Canoli sang a song. If you catch hell, don't hold it.
I'm gonna remember.
And if you're going through hell, don't stop. Something like that you say. Right? Don't stop. And that is what Sammi Jane. So when people see me, they may think that is Sammi Jane's struggle or journey.
And it's so great to be able to sit down with you guys. I think a lot of people, when we have events, they just see artists as artists. Someone who comes and dances, someone who comes and sings. But these are real people with real stories, and they want to share with you, not just through their music, but through their lives as well. And that's what Gospelfest Conversations is all about. We are so glad that you are here with us today. I hope you brought a friend to listen to the interviews we had. And we're going to be back with so many more artists, so much more to tell you about Gospelfest. And remember, that's Barbados Gospelfest 2026. And I'm again with one of my favorite guys. And we're going to just give you a little rundown of the event. I know it is our first show. Some of you are watching and you're wondering, well, who are these people? What's going on? I hear them talking about events. What's happening? So, Mr. Agard, we are starting from May the 24th.
May the 24th.
To May the 31st.
Yes.
So what's our first event on the calendar?
The Kensington Oval, we joined with the Enoch group of combined churches to do a gathering Pentecost Sunday. It's going to be an amazing day. We invite everybody to Kensington Oval. Starts at 9 o'clock. And normally for the fest, we do our Thanksgiving service. We would go to an assembly and join their service. We just have the choir present a couple of songs. I will do an overview of the festival. We don't disrupt the service. We just join in. So Bishop Burke, who's heading Enoch, suggested, well, since the 24th is your the day, the start, and we have service, why don't you join us? And we felt, yeah, we should do this.
That's nice.
And in doing it, we thought it would be great to encourage people to not just come as they did last year alone, but to bring 2 people with them. So can you imagine if 6,000 people brought 2 with them?
That's your theme for this. I think the theme for this year may end up being bring 2 people instead of salt and light. But anyway, so what's our next event coming up? Because we have a holiday.
In the evening.
In the evening.
Raise a song. Now you remember, those of us who are old enough to remember, and they have the those testimony services in the evening. And this is at the Christian Mission Church, corner Lightfoot Lane and Tudor Street. That church has been around from the 1800s. It's been an amazing assembly over the years, and we're honoring legacy and inspiring the future. Barbados Gospelfest 2026. So that's part of the legacy, one of our legacy events. And you come, bring your tambourine, bring your song, and you know, an old lady called me when she heard about this song, this event. And she said, Mr. Agard, I'm so glad you're doing this. You know, these young people, they don't do anything for us. They do all the new songs, and these songs, we don't get to hear them anymore. And sometimes we feel we stay home. I'm so glad that you're doing this. So all the old songs, like choruses that you're accustomed singing. And one of the events too, you know, most of you go to a concert, you go to an event, you go sit and watch people sing. This event, like Him Speak, is an event that the audience participates in from beginning to end. It's that kind of involvement. So it's at the Christian Mission Church, 6 o'clock, on that same 24th, raise a song. Bring your song, raise a song, bring your tambourine.
Bring a friend.
Bring 2.
Bring 2. So that's May the 24th. No, May the 25th is a holiday.
It's a holiday, and the choir, Him Speak choir, will actually be preparing for the next day, which is the 26th, at the St. Mary's Church for Him Speak, the 20th year of Him Speak. And it's going to be amazing. We encourage you to get kids coming out, support Barbados Gospelfest, support Him Speak. And it's not just that you come and you sit down and you watch, it's participation. Participation, and we encourage people to come. And
I have a question.
A part of that.
So raise a song and Him Speak, even if it's for people that can't sing, can we still come?
Of course.
You
know they make a joyful noise on it.
It doesn't mean make a technically correct noise.
No, some people sing and some people make a joyful noise. But you know, there's a minister at the Church of America a couple of years back. He was sharing in the event service, and he talked about the Israelites going out, the singers ahead of them. And what they were singing, God flipped it. The enemy heard something different. Maybe when you make a joy, it gets flipped. And it's a beautiful noise. It's beautiful. It's beautiful in God's ears.
So you heard it from the man himself. You don't have to be a professional singer like Sammi Jane. Just come on out, bring your tambourine, bring your good, happy, joyful song, and make some noise. Call that joyful noise.
Yes, make a joyful noise.
So that's Him Speak on the 26th. That's the 26th we're at.
Yes.
So
and then go from there, we go to Savvy on the Bay. The food court area. I think you talked to Shem about that at some point. He's the one who's coordinated that activity, the event that evening. It's an amazing evening. Legacy Day.
Nice.
And here you get to see a lot of the upcoming young artists in Barbados. They pay tribute to older artists, and they present their own music also.
Okay.
It's a beautiful evening. It's free to the public.
Okay.
And you just come patronize the food trucks and enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful evening.
And if you don't know where Savvy on the Bay is, that's Bay Street area, yes? You gave me a name for it. What's it called? Eden?
Well, Eden Garden is where we're going to go. That's on the inside of Savvy. The food truck area is where we're going to be for later in the day.
Okay.
But later in the week, we'll be in another area, the garden.
Right.
It's a beautiful setting for laughter and jazz.
Okay.
So before we get there, though, on the Thursday morning, we have the privilege of connecting with a lot of young people, young children who are transitioning into secondary school.
Yes.
Bring them together at the New Dimensions Ministries for a good interaction, coordinated in association with ISCF, and it's Future Ready.
Future Ready, yes.
Preparing today, leading tomorrow.
Yes.
It's grounded in Proverbs chapter 3, 5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him. He will direct your paths. I was actually sitting and talking to the team from ISCF last week. I had and my wife, we had to go to run an errand. And when I got to the car, a lady was in the back of the car. She wanted to go to the hospital.
Oh.
And as I got in the car, she started to talk about the fact that she had been speaking to a 12-year-old. And she started to quote the scripture that she had mentioned to the 12-year-old. Would you guess what that scripture was?
Not the same one you just told me.
Same one.
Wow.
And she's 80 years old. And she talked about committing her life to the Lord at 12.
Okay.
I'm hopeful that she will be the one who will introduce the Future Ready buttons to children on that morning. We have quite a number of them. Each child will leave with one of those buttons, Future Ready, preparing today, leave more, and on the bottom of it, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5-6. So, so we are sowing into the lives of these children. We will see the fruit. We know that we will see. And we're very thankful for ISCF for working with us on this project. And then from there, that is Thursday. Then we get to Friday. We go back to Savvy, Eden Garden, Savvy for laughter and jazz. And that is an amazing evening. It will be again.
I have never been. Don't be upset with me. Don't fire me as the hostess. But I've never been. This is going to be my first year. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to bring 2 people. And I
think you need to bring 4.
Because I miss so much time. I'm going to have to bring 8.
Yeah.
But I keep hearing about this event. Everybody says laughter and jazz is so great. Laughter and jazz is so great. Like, I hope that these jokes are funny.
The food is good.
Oh, well, I'll definitely be there then. As long as it's the food. And we have another food event coming up.
Yeah.
Not just yet.
Well, let's go first to the Signia Globe Artist Development Workshop.
Yes, I'll be there.
On Saturday morning.
That's Saturday morning.
At Sky Mall. You register for that online. And
is it free?
It starts at 9 o'clock. It's free.
The
registration is free, and you benefit a whole lot.
So young people, it's free. I know we don't get involved in a lot of things because the registration is $50 and $100, and you can't afford it. It's free. You don't have any excuse. It is free. And Signia Globe.
And you know what? We also serve refreshment.
And I'll be there. I think it's sponsored by Signia Globe.
Signia Globe Artist Development Workshop.
Yes. And Signia Globe, I've met one of the ladies from Signia Globe. Very lovely lady. And this is what I want the younger people coming out to know. Don't be afraid to come up because you see Mr. Agard with his beard and you think, oh, it's just going to be old people down there. No. We have a lot of young people involved in Gospelfest, and we have a lot of love. You know, you see how we're just so comfortable, you know, with each other. So if you're looking to get into a space where you don't have to feel, you know, stiff, like everyone is judging you, come on down to the Gospelfest events. Come on down to Signia Globe Artist Development Workshop at Sky Mall on Saturday, the 20.
You got me now. I too old to
remember.
Yeah,
he's too old to remember now, but we will.
Anyway, it's a 30th.
See, you remember
who's
better. I'm the old one now. On the 30th of May, don't miss that one. Right. And then
in the evening, we go to the Assembly for Ultimate Gospel, a taste of the Caribbean.
I'll be there too. You heard that?
No, so on the inside, the choir will be tribute to 2 persons who passed away last year, Ron Connolly and Richard Smallwood.
Okay.
And they're joined by some wonderful like Ferdinand Nichols
Mhm.
and James Lee Clark.
Oh, Ferdinand
And
Nichols
number-
have been around for a
A number
long
of
time.
other persons will be involved in that also. And what I'm excited sure that's going to be accompanying
Yes.
the choir. And I'm excited because young people,
Mhm.
people who play string instruments and brass instruments, we don't normally have not seen them on the stage of Gospelfest.
Okay.
I'm really pleased this year to see what is being done there.
Mhm.
And you should really come. It's going to be a really epic evening. You
Mhm.
don't want to miss it. Also, I need to mention that from the Friday evening at Laughter and Jazz, you get a chance to engage with the visual artists.
Yes.
You engage with visual artists there. You also get a chance to engage with visual artists at Ultimate Gospel, a Taste of the Caribbean.
Okay.
When you go on the outside to sample the food from Barbados, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and
Wow.
Guyana, you also get a chance to interact with the artists.
Okay.
We have a really nice area outside the Abundant Life where they have those nice wide corridors.
So it's like a little art gallery.
Yes.
Oh,
beautiful.
nice.
You catch it. You catch
Yeah,
them
yeah.
very quickly.
I'm going to pass through the art gallery on my way to food court. You just heard what 5 different countries you just called.
Yeah.
So you're going to get to sample cuisine from all the different islands. So even if you want to hear the singing, you want to eat the food, and you want to see that, that's perfectly okay. Gospelfest, in Barbados, Gospelfest has something for everyone. That's the most important
And then
thing.
we get to Sunday.
Sunday. So
For
that's
Court,
our close
one
out.
awesome day
Mm-hmm.
in association with Rock Cares Foundation
Okay.
and Life 97.5
Who's
FM.
the Rock Hard Cares Foundation?
Yeah, that's a foundation that supports the festival.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But we need to know some of the sponsors.
You will get.
You're gonna get
right,
to
that's
know
why
them?
I mentioned it.
Okay.
Because you,
We're gonna
because you
get
need
to know them
them.
more
Yeah,
as
yeah.
we go on. Okay.
You know, good people associate with good things.
Yes.
And so we are thankful for that support
Yes.
to make that possible. It's at Farley Hill National Park.
Mhm.
And of course, while we do the main stage
Mhm.
in the children's area,
Mhm.
it's the Sheffet and Frosty's Kids
Yes,
Experience.
kids experience.
Gospelfest Kids Experience.
Yes.
So
You forgot to mention one very important thing about Barbados Gospelfest at One Awesome year.
what is that?
It's free. It's absolutely
Yeah, one awesome day
free
is absolutely free.
this
That is
year.
true.
So if you've never been to One Awesome Day at Farley Hill, which is definitely one awesome, you don't have any excuse this year. It is absolutely free, and you can bring
More than 2. Bring the whole family and come.
bring your whole
And
family.
I also want to encourage you to listen out for the information on buses
Mhm.
because we've been working seriously on getting an arrangement in place for buses, and there will be an arrangement where if you don't have transportation, you can travel by bus.
Okay.
There will be a fee, but it's a round trip fee that you pay, travel from Bridgetown up to Farley Hill
I'm back again.
and back.
Okay.
So
right.
we're really excited about what we're able to do. I'm
Wonderful.
very thankful for the support that we're seeing,
Mhm.
and we look forward to God doing really wonderful things in 2026.
I mean, just hearing about these events is so much. I'm getting so excited to hear, of course, about the food events. I'm also excited about the visual arts events, the youth orchestra. There has to be something that you can come out and be a part of at Barbados Gospelfest 2026. So I think that we're gonna.
Before you move, let me remind folk that they can also go to the Inspirational Art Gallery. It's
Yes,
at Sugarcane Mall on Roebuck Street.
Mhm.
During the week of the festival,
Mhm.
you can also visit the displays there.
Okay.
So you get a chance to see them at Laughter and Jazz, at
Mhm.
Ultimate Gospel, and at Farley Hill National Park.
Okay, great.
But during the week, you have your time. You can also go up Roebuck Street to
Okay.
Sugarcane Mall, go
And
upstairs
see the
and
exhibits
see
as
some
well.
wonderful exhibits.
And
Yes.
that's great as well. So not just during the week of Gospelfest events, but you can also take part outside of the events
Yes.
if you're not able to make it. So we are so happy to have had our very first show with
Yes.
you today and hear about all this awesome stuff that is coming up. And we are excited to see you in episode 2 coming up soon. You're going to get to learn more about the artists, get to learn more about the event, get to learn more about the sponsors, get to learn more and more and more. So this is where we're going to sign off for today. And from us here at Gospelfest Conversations, have a great evening.
Bye.
Whew.
really happy to say that after a lot of reflection of our approach to the festival and the need to really impact the lives of people a bit more, we decided this year that Barbados Gospel Fest would present Courts One Awesome Day as a free event to the public. And I want people to not just see it as coming up to an event, but seeing an opportunity to impact the lives of people around them. And so we're encouraging you, whether it's a youth group or whatever group you're in, your church group, youth group, community group, we want you to mobilize and bring your friends and neighbors out to Farley Hill National Park for Courts One Awesome Day. I think that the evening is just going to be fantastic. You know, here at Courts One Awesome Day, we not only have the main stage running, but in collaboration with the ICF, we've been able to produce a fantastic program for children in the children's park. That runs concurrently with the main stage. Lots of activity, lots of excitement, lots to do, and a wonderful opportunity beyond all of the excitement and so forth, a wonderful opportunity to connect with somebody who may be unchurched and need to establish a relationship with Christ. You have a chance to do so this year, and you don't have to pay an admission charge to do so. Just bring your friend, your neighbor, bring somebody along with you, bring a couple of people along with you, pray for them, invite them, bring them, treat them, have a wonderful evening out at Farley Hill National Park, and see God work in their life.